Hello friends, got tricked by Valve and already recorded a patch analysis for half of a patch here. In case you're wondering, they accidentally only released half of the patch at first, but it's okay. We have the entire hero patch here. There are a lot more changes. Look at this page. Look at the scroll bar on this page and how small it is, and then look at the scroll bar on this page and how many changes we have. So I'm super excited to look at this. This is the patch 7.27b hero update, gameplay update in Dota 2 analysis. Okay, so let's get into it. General, the following items can no longer be disassembled: Abyssal Blade, Mjolnir, Silver Edge, Solar Crest. Honestly, I had no idea, and I don't know anybody that had any idea, that these damn items could be disassembled in the first place. I've never seen it, so this seems irrelevant. I feel like this is probably a 7.27 thing that nobody was really doing because, like, why could you do that in the first place? But I don't know. I didn't see anybody doing it, so I think that's largely irrelevant, at least in terms of, like, changes in pubs and so forth. Items, Echo Saber now can be disassembled, which makes a lot more sense because it doesn't have a recipe. And this is great. So you can go Echo Saber on something like Sven, and then you can disassemble it later on into the game and build it into a BKB and then a Bloodthorn. That's kind of insane. Echo Saber is a great item, especially because, of course, it still builds Silver Edge. You have so many options for this item. Veil of Discord can now be applied on invulnerable units, which means if you Eul Scepter somebody and you Veil them, they are still going to have the Veil on them when they come down instead of being invulnerable to it, and then you can do your combo with increased magic amplification. Monkey King Bar recipe cost has been increased again, and by increased again, I mean they added a recipe and then they increased the cost. It looks like this was probably the attack speed component to this item was probably like a little bit too much. Just mathematically speaking, when heroes usually get Monkey King Bar, I think people are like rushing it these days. It does too much damage with that added attack speed, so the recipe is just to offset that, and I think that will definitely hamper that item a little bit. Orchid attack speed has been reduced from 30 to 25. Insignificant. The problem with this item is that you have this silence that nobody can purge so early on into the game. I think this is just, I mean, those were stats out of nowhere. So it's a good nerf, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, this item's still broken. Hand of Midas, recipe cost has been reduced from 1,850 to 1,750. And people were already going for this item in 7.27a, on offlaners that really needed XP, such as Brewmaster, get the Pandalings at the highest possible level. Night Stalker, get his ultimate at the highest possible level, and these heroes, of course, also benefit a little bit from that attack speed. So now you just get that sooner. I legitimately think Midas is going to be a solid item. Heroes, Abaddon, base HP regen increased from 0 to 0.5, making his laning a little bit better. Mistcoil cast range increased from 500 to 575. That spell kind of sucks since you can't self-deny with it in the off lane as a support. Lets you hit people from trees more, so that's pretty cool. 20 talent, plus 70 damage to plus 80, so reverting it to back before that 80% nerf to all talents patch. 25 talent has been increased from 340 AoE miscoil to 375. So he miscoils you from far away at level 25, which is cool, but nobody was going for that talent anyway, and only carry Abaddons were going for the damage, so that's a bit of a buff to him as a carry position hero. Alchemist, unstable concoction, increased radius from 200 to 250. Cool, this hero kind of sucks because all of the carry heroes that are currently popular will outcarry him with like a 2-item disadvantage. Like Terrorblade will destroy him, Slark, Spectre, and these heroes have enough time to hit their timings. Alch can't end the game by the time they're online, so that's a big problem with him right now. Level 20 talent has been increased to 400 unstable concoction damage instead of 350, buffing that unstable concoction build a little bit. But, to be fair, that's a really late talent. And level 25, chemical rage regen to plus 50 instead of plus 40. So slight Alch buffs, but I think that, Alch is always strong based on like what timing you need to end the game at. And so if that changes, then Alch will be good. But I don't think it's going to be really due to these buffs. Ancient Apparition, Ice Vortex mana cost has been reduced at the later levels. This, in my opinion, is irrelevant because by the time you have this Ice Vortex maxed out, it's like the mid to late game. So is 15 mana really that significant? I don't think so. Level 10 talent increased from plus 140 Chilling Touch attack range to plus 175. That's a pretty crazy level 10 talent. Level 20 talent increased from plus 65 Chilling Touch damage to plus 70. So that's Aghanim's build. People are going and just spamming the Ice Fort or the Chilling Touch. That's definitely stronger. And I don't think it was that good before. It was kind of a meme build, but it's coming into the realm of being viable, basically. Anti-Mage, agility gain, reduced from 3 to 2.8. So, we've sold enough Arcanas. We'll just say, okay, we're going to... I hope there's a Pudge buff. I'm not going to control F Pudge. I did on the first one, but, I'm not going to do it for this one. But I'm hoping Pudge will get buffed because they want to sell Pudge Arcanas or Personas or whatever the hell they're called. Talents, level 10 talent reduced from plus 10 strength to plus 9. Okay, slight nerf. Level 25 talent, negative 45 second mana void cooldown to negative 50 seconds. So a buff at level 25. That, depending on the game, was the talent people would go for. And once again, that's just putting it back to before they nerfed all talents across the board. Arc Warden base armor increased by 1. Agility from 15 plus 2.4 per level to 16 plus 2.5 per level. So they're being very careful just giving him slight buffs. You don't want to give this hero too many buffs because, boy, is he cancer to play against if you give him huge buffs. Spark Wraith duration reduced from 50 to 45, which is a nerf to that Spark Wraith build that everybody was going for and just spamming Spark Wraiths in the base and all across the map. So surprised that they even nerfed that. But it's a pretty lame build. Talents, level 10 talent from 6% cooldown reduction to 350 flux cast range, which is actually better than the 15 talent. And then level 10 talent changed from plus 30 attack speed to plus 200 health, which is close to the level 15 talent. And then the level 15 talent, instead of the flux cast range, we have plus 15% cooldown reduction, which is way more than 6%, and level 15 talent from 250 health to 50 attack speed, which of course is way more than 30 attack speed. So Arc Warden in the late game, better, I would say. Just a little bit, at least. Axe. Culling Blade. I'm shocked that they're buffing him. This hero is already one of the better offlaners because Blade Mail is good. Culling Blade kill threshold increased from 250 to 400 to 250, scaling to 450. So 50 extra better than pure damage. And I say better than pure because even if a hero is protected by something that would normally reduce pure damage, this is just a kill. It just kills you. That's it. It just sets you to be equal to dead. So it's better than pure damage. Talents. Level 10 talent changed from 8 strength to 25 attack speed. People were going for the move speed talent anyway. Level 15 talent changed from 35 attack speed to attacking procs counter helix. I have no idea why that was a level 20 talent. That was very bad at level 20. And so now at level 20, we have plus 150 Culling Blade threshold. So 600 damage on Culling Blade. That is kind of nuts. Even in the late game, heroes don't have more than, 2,000 HP. Maybe a carry. Maybe a carry does. Maybe strength heroes. But like 2,000, 3,000, I think those are very reasonable numbers, right? That's probably generous. And so 600 is a large percentage of that. That's quite good. Bane. Base attributes reduced from 23 to 22. Thank goodness. I'm so sick of laning against this hero as an offlaner. Brain Sap mana cost has been increased from 90 to 110 in the early levels. So spamming this in the laning stage is no longer as efficient. Good. Thank goodness. Sick of this hero. Level 15 talent from 7% spell amp to 9%. That's a slight buff. Level 20 talent from 40 move speed to 30. People were going for that, so that's a very valid nerf, I think. And I don't know, Bane seems all right. He seems pretty decent. His laning is worse, and thank goodness for that. It was already too good. Batrider, agility gain from 1.5 to 1.8, so he's going to have more armor in the late game. Sticky Napalm, turn rate slow reduced from 70% flat to 40% scaling to 70%. Now, I don't know why the hell this was 70% at all levels in the first place. Like, every other hero has scaling percentages and numbers on almost all of their spells, and this was one of the remaining ones that didn't. And so it didn't make any sense. People do max the Sticky Napalm early on into the game anyway. It's like usually you max the Firefly and the Napalm relatively early, so it's not a huge nerf. Flaming Lasso, Scepter, second target, has been increased the range that you pull the second guy, 450 to 550, so 100 range. That's pretty big. They really want people to do this build. It's a very silly Aghanims, and they want to see people using it. Level 15 talent from 2-second Flame Break burn duration, which people wouldn't go, to plus 5 Sticky Napalm damage, which I think you still don't go because that hero just really doesn't need damage. At level 15, you probably don't want to be the guy dealing damage as a Batrider. You're supposed to have some Slark or some carry that's doing damage. Level 25 talent increased from negative 8 seconds Flame Break cooldown to negative 10 seconds, kind of to make up for this change, putting it back to what it was before the all-around nerf to all of the talents. Beastmaster, Call of the Wild Boar mana cost increased from 50 to 60 through 75. Honestly, this hero can spam his Hawks and his Boars infinitely in the lane, and it never made sense to me that there's a mana cost on an ability, and then the base mana regen just makes up for it. What's the point of having a mana cost then? So this is cool. This is good. Beast has been good for too long. I'm sick of him. Wild Axe's mana cost has been reduced to 80 at all levels, from 80 scaling to 90. And the 15 talent has been changed to plus 200 Hawk Vision instead of negative 14 seconds Hawk cooldown, which I think is very reasonable. It felt excessive to have negative 14 seconds cooldown on Hawks. You weren't spamming them that much, and it kind of felt like you'd feed them, and you'd really have to, try really hard to not feed those and to actually use them on that low of a cooldown. It was pretty funny. So this is a good buff. Level 20 talent has been increased from plus 400 health to plus 450. Bit of a buff. Level 25 talent, plus 80 Wild Axes damage to plus 100. So maybe the Ags build with the Wild Axes is going to come back. We'll see. Bloodseeker. That's a lot of changes. Intelligence increased from 18 plus 1.7 to 21 plus 2.0. So huge int buffs. So this hero had mana pool issues. He shouldn't now. Blood Rage has been reworked. It increases your attack speed by 50 through 140 and your spell amplification by 24% at max level. And now it drains a percentage of max health per second. And wow, I'm shocked. 2.4% at level 1? And only 50 attack speed to somebody and only 6% spell amp? Man, I kind of feel like you just leave this level 1 and you just use it as a damage ability. That's crazy good. Self or ally hero cast, so provides half attack speed for allies, so you can't play Bloodseeker support, basically, is what they're saying. Lasts 8 seconds, and so the cooldown is lower, or is crappier at level 1, so maybe that's why you would want to level it. But man, 25 mana for 2.4 seconds HP drain, 2.4% HP drain for 8 seconds. That's pretty good stuff, especially because Thirst gives you crazy move speed for somebody's HP being low. Blood Rage can now be cast without interrupting movement. So I imagine that still means that you have a cast point, but you do it while running, which is cool because, you stop running on this hero for 2 seconds and you've lost a lot of distance. Thirst no longer grants attack speed, okay, because that's in Blood Rage. Thirst now provides max HP as a heal, 15% at max level for creep kills and 30% for hero kills. Wait a minute, are you telling me he gets 15% of his own max HP? Or 15% of the creep? Okay, we'll see about that. Bloodseeker seems like he could be real broken. Grants half healing if you are within a 300 radius of a dying enemy creep or hero. Wow, that is insane. Bloodseeker is nuts. Bloodseeker is seriously nuts. Talents. Level 10 talent increased from plus 5 armor to plus 6. Bit of a buff. Level 10 talent from plus 20 attack speed to plus 30 Blood Rage attack speed. So that's just because this is the attack speed ability. Level 15 talent from 60 Blood Right damage to 75. Cool. I think people will go for the other one. Wow, Bloodseeker's good. Bloodseeker's definitely good. Bounty Hunter, base mana regen from 0 to 0.5. And his damage spread, so that's great. Can spam Invis a lot more if you want to play him as an annoying support. Damage spread has been reduced, so it's more consistent now. So we're consistently going to be between 51 and 59 in terms of damage, which is great. That's a buff. Track mana cost has been reduced from 65 to 60. So, you spam that a lot in the late game. And with phase boots, it can be kind of annoying with mana. So cool. Level 10 talent from plus 20 damage to plus 40 Janata damage. So more burst, less consistent damage. Level 10 talent from plus 15 move speed to plus 20. Support bounty hunters definitely, they want people to consider, all right, maybe you want to play this guy again. Brewmaster, okay. A lot of B heroes. Thunderclap no longer has a separate value for creeps. Nobody gave a shit about that anyway. Cinderbrew, mana cost has been reduced from 80 to 50, scaling to 80. Wow, that was already so cheap. Cinderbrew damage has been rescaled from 100, scaling to 280, to 75, scaling to 300. So it does more damage total. And I thought the Cinderbrew build was good before this, and now it's just straight up better. Cinderbrew, backswing animation time from 0.67 to 0.4, but that's, irrelevant, mostly because you can cancel backswing, so because it's your hero, everybody would do that already. Primal Split, Earth movement speed has been increased by 5 at the earliest possible level, and then now it actually scales to 370 instead of 325. So you are much faster on that thing, which is cool because it does a lot of damage and it has the stun. Primal Split Storm attack damage has been increased again. 30, 50, 70 instead of 20, 40, 60. Man, this hero is getting so many buffs. Primal Split Storm mana capacity, the Storm Panda, from 500 scaling to 750, 750. Man, what is that scaling? To straight 900. And honestly, this thing would run out of mana if you were using it enough in a team fight. So that's cool. Primal Split Fire attack backswing animation time from 0.57 to 0.3. And I know I just said backswings are irrelevant if they're on your hero, though. Because if they're on a Primal Split Fire Panda, when are you really going to cancel the backswing on that thing? You're microing 3 things all at once. It's hard to do. So that's a quality of life change. So that's a big buff to Brewmaster players. And then the level 10 talent, you get 175 HP instead of 150, as if all of these buffs weren't enough. And then the level 25 talent, the Drunken Brawler damage has been reduced from plus 140% to plus 120%. And to be quite frank, I thought this build, I thought it was better to go for the Panda cooldown reduction. I really like that. So at least personally for the build that I like to do, and I think you should be doing as an offlaner, this is not a huge nerf. Agility gain on Broodmother from 2.8 to 3.2. So she's going to be more of a carry, more damage, more armor. Good stuff, more attack speed. Incapacitating Bite is now, instead of 16% scaling to 46% slow, it's 20% scaling to 50%. So huge buff. And by huge, I mean 4%, but still. Out of nowhere. I mean, this hero's already got a 60% win rate in pro level pubs. Are you serious? Why? Spawn Spiderling's health has been increased from 280 to 320. All right, so a bit of a buff, and then the magic resistance was reduced from 40% to 25%. So almost having the magic resistance, but not doubling the HP. So this is a nerf to Spiderlings, I would say. If you're against physical heroes, it's a buff, but against magic, it's a nerf. Centaur, okay. Retaliate no longer has an active component that provides attack damage. Okay, Retaliate now returns a percentage of your strength, 20 scaling through 35% at the max level. Retaliate base damage has been reduced from 16 through 76 to 15 through 60. And now Retaliate does half damage to towers instead of full. Wow, that is a huge nerf to Retaliate, in my opinion. Double Edge cooldown has been reduced from 5 to 4, so you can, this is his farming ability, you can farm with it a little bit quicker. Hoof Stomp cooldown has been reduced significantly in the early level from 22 to 15, and then at max level it's 12 instead of 13, so slight increase. The Hoof Stomp damage has been increased from 80 scaling to 170 to 100 scaling to 250. So slight buff there in terms of damage. Hoof Stomp stun duration has been reduced from 2 scaling to 275 to 1.7 scaling to 2.6. So slight nerf in terms of the actual duration. Hoof Stomp mana cost has been reduced in the early level from 115 to 100 at the first possible level. So Hoof Stomp, I would say overall is buffed, but man, Retaliate getting nerfed. That was his best ability. That sucks. I think Centaur sucks. Level 15 talent from 25 base damage to plus 40 damage, just raw damage. And then level 20 talent reduced from plus 70 Retaliate damage to plus 50. Wow, Centaur sucks. Rest in peace, Centaur. Chaos Knight, Chaos Strike now has a 30% chance to proc instead of using a cooldown. Okay, so the more attack speed you get, you're very quickly going to have a better Chaos Strike than before because the cooldown was like 4 seconds or something. It was pretty long. And so if you have a lot of attack speed, you have 30% chance to Chaos Strike. Yeah, this is good. This is great. Phantasm cooldown reduced. Wow, by 50 seconds. And the illusion count has been reduced. So it's back the same way it was before. And so we have 1 illusion at level 1, 2 illusions at level 2, 3 illusions at level 3 instead of 3 illusions at all levels. And then the illusion outgoing damage, instead of being 40% at level 1, scaling to 100% at level 3, it's now just straight up 100%. You create an illusion, it is you. It just does what you do, except it's not as tanky. Great. Chaos Knight, definitely looking pretty solid. Phantasm Illusions no longer have an extra 25% magic resistance. I would be lying if I told you that I knew that that was even a component to these illusions. Phantasm mana cost has been reduced from 175 scaling to 275 to 75 scaling to 175. So 100 less mana at max level and 50 seconds less cooldown. That is huge. This is CK's biggest issue, or I should say it was CK's biggest issue. This hero is good. Level 15 talent from 12% cooldown reduction to plus 14%. Level 25 talent from plus 1.5 max Chaos Bolt duration to plus 1 second min and max Chaos Bolt duration. So now you're guaranteed, okay, you are going to get 1 extra second on this stun no matter what, instead of, maybe it's going to be a lot better, which was kind of stupid in the first place. Level 25 talent changed from negative 1.5 seconds Chaos Strike cooldown to plus 10% Chaos Strike chance because there is no cooldown anymore. So, wow, Chaos Knight is great. This hero is going to be broken, in my opinion. Just look at Sumail. If you like Chaos Knight, go to Sumail on Dota 2 Pro Tracker, see what he's doing. He is the CK player. Clinkz, intelligence gain, for some reason buffed, 1.7 to 2.2, and his attack point has been buffed from 0.7 to 0.4. Really? You want to make Clinkz attack faster? Searing Arrows, damage increased by 5 at all levels. Searing Arrows mana cost, however, has been increased to be 12 at all levels instead of 9 scaling to 12 at max level. So he costs more mana, but he's a better hero. Well, okay, I should read all this other BS first. Strafe is now a basic ability again. Grants 110 scaling to 200 attack speed and 100% evasion against ranged attackers. Lasts 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Cooldown is 34 scaling through 22, and the mana cost is very cheap at 40 scaling through 70. Skeleton Walk now provides invisibility and a percentage move speed, which it did before, does not end invisibility when casting his spells. Really? Do you still have Burning Army? Are you serious? Oh, Burning Army is a scepter ability. Okay. So lasts 25 through 40 seconds. The cooldown is 20 through 17 seconds. It's cool that it doesn't break invisibility when casting spells. I think that's a huge quality of life change. Burning Army is now a scepter ability. Summons 5 skeletons in a 1300 line. Skeletons have 1000 health, but die in 2 hits and deal 30% of your damage. Alright, that seems garbage. That seems really garbage. What the hell? Really? Okay. Death Pact has been reworked and is now his ultimate. Consumes a target friendly or enemy creep, gaining a percentage of its hit points as max health and damage. Gains a percentage of the target's current health as damage. Again, wow, cool. And gains a percentage of its health. Lasts 65. Okay, so you no longer get damage deal. So that's why Clinkz was buffed in those other things, because you no longer get damage deal. Level 10 talent to change from plus 9 strength to plus 175 mana regen. Level 10 talent from plus 7 agility to skeleton walk exit. Summons 1 burning army skeleton. That could be very good. Level 15 talent from plus 12 searing arrows damage to plus 25 because he doesn't have just free damage anymore. Level 15 talent change from 30 seconds burning army cooldown to negative 10 seconds skeleton walk cooldown. Let's see, what's the cooldown on this thing? So you have 7-second cooldown skeleton walk. That's pretty good. Level 20 talent increase. Oh, how long did these burning army skeletons last, actually? So this might actually be really good if they're permanent. Like, it doesn't say how long the skeletons last. Am I crazy? Yeah, it doesn't say how long the skeletons last, but I imagine they just didn't write it on here. But if it's permanent, this is insane with the level 10 talent. And the 15 talent. So level 20 is changed to 100, instead of 100 attack range, it's 125, which is a buff, which happens to buff also the Burning Army. Level 20 talent from 325 Death Pact health to kills reset Death Pact cooldown. Man, if it stacks, that could be nuts. That could be really nuts. Level 25 talent from... He gains for the duration. Okay, yeah, lost 65, I see. Level 25 talent change from plus 3 seconds skeleton walk attack speed to increased Death Pact health and damage. Man, you could do some like Helm Dom Chen stuff with Clinkz and maybe make him ultra powerful in the late game. That could be interesting. So Clockwork, Rocket Flare Vision Duration reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds, finally nerfing this hero after so many patches. The 15 talent has been changed from plus 12 Strength to plus 1 Power Cogs hit to kill. That could be annoying, but it's, I feel like at 15 people have 4 staffs. Crystal Maiden, move speed has been increased. Man, for the first time in the history of Dota, base intelligence has been increased so she can spam more of her little Frost Novas, and good lord, I mean, you cast one of them and you're out of mana, so that's good. Freezing Field radius has been reduced. The Scepter delay has been reduced. I have absolutely no idea what that means. I'm not a Crystal Maiden player. Level 15 talent from -2 seconds. Crystal Nova to -3. Level 15 talent from 8%. Magic resist to plus 6%. So that seems largely side grades for her, not a huge deal. Darkseer, 12 agility to 18 base, which is cool. More armor. Base armor increased by 1. Even more armor. Vacuum, mana cost has been reduced significantly, so by 40 at all levels. Vacuum damage has been increased, 100 scaling through 250. So it starts at 100 for 60 mana. Like, that seems pretty good. Am I crazy? Well, what's the cooldown on it? Okay, 60-second cooldown. I was gonna say you could just spam people with vacuum and lane, but it's a 60-second cooldown. So the vacuum cooldown, okay, that's for the memes. That's for the memes. Nice one, Ice Frog. Good stuff. Goddamn Darkseer. Why isn't Pudge a meme at this point? I mean, I swear to God, he's not gonna be in here. I swear to God. Wall of Replica, slow duration has been reduced from 0.75 seconds to 1 second. Cool. So I love that this is like an actual disable. Talents, level 10 talent changed from plus 10% evasion to plus 75 Iron Shell radius. I don't know if that's a big deal at level 10. Like, that's really, the radius would matter for laning, but after that, it's just kind of for pushing waves out. Level 15 talent changed from plus 100 Iron Shell radius to Iron Shell provides 400 max health. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. So put it on your carry, buff your guys, as if Darkseer wasn't good enough at buffing people. Level 15 talent changed from plus 10 health regen to plus 25% Wall of Replica damage. I love that they're giving people like good, cool talents with spells. Like, this is sweet. I'm a fan of this. Darkseer might actually be good again. Not broken, but good. Dark Willow, Cursed Crown. Radius increased from 325 to 360, because who really gets hit by that with other people? It's very rare. Terrorize, Jack's return speed has been increased, because it does feel like he's, or she, whatever the hell the gender of this little thing is, flies back so slowly. Talents, level 10 talent changed from plus 10 intelligence to plus 0.4 seconds Cursed Crown, stun duration, more spell talents, which is great. I love that. 15 talent changed from 30 move speed to -2 seconds. Shadow Realm cooldown, as if she wasn't annoying enough in that. Dazzle, talent, level 10, plus 175, 1.75, I should say, mana regen instead of plus 1.5, slight buff. Level 15 talent from plus 24, Shadow Wave, heal and damage to plus 30. So minor. Level 25 talent from plus 0.4, Bad Juju, armor reduction to plus 0.5. So sorry, Dazzle players. I mean, such small things. Death Prophet, Crypt Swarm, cast point has been reduced. Damn, dude, that is a fast spell. Level 20 talent has been increased from -2.5 seconds Crypt Swarm duration to -3 seconds. Nobody goes for this because you don't have the mana to spam it anyway. So I think it would need to basically make it have no cooldown in order for it to be really sick. Level 25 talent increased from plus 6 Exorcism Spirits to plus 8, because everybody was getting the haste, just because that didn't get nerfed by that sweeping talent nerf patch, because it wasn't a number that could be reduced. It's just, it grants haste. Disruptor, Kinetic Field, radius has been increased from 340 to 350, so it's a little bit bigger. I wonder if that makes it so that the ult, if you can dodge the ult, and I imagine they wouldn't do that. That would be a pretty big nerf to him. Glimpse Bug, fixed, not counting the position of dead heroes as in the fountain, has been fixed. That was hilarious. You'd be like pushing high ground, somebody would buy back, walk in, and then you glimpse them, and then they'd be behind you, and then they'd just be fucked because they would have no buyback, and they'd be behind you, and they'd run in and die trying to get back to their base. Talents, level 10 talent change from plus 25 or 20% magic resist to -2 seconds kinetic field cooldown. That's cool. Although I do think people like that magic resist talent. Level 15 talent from -3 seconds kinetic field cooldown to plus 1.5 seconds static storm duration. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. So that's the Ag's duration has basically been added as a talent. That's great. Doom, base armor increased by 1. And remember, this hero is already getting picked in patch 7.27. Attack range has been increased. Devour Gold has been increased in the early level. Awesome. Devour Regen has been reduced, though. So now it triples at that second level. So I am 100% sure you need to go level 2 Devour in every lane, at least. Scorched Earth backswing animation time has been reduced from 1.27 to 0.83. Why was that so big in the first place, actually? That's always been weird to me. He's like, he does this weird thing. Talents, level 10 talent change from plus 16 Scorched Earth damage to plus 2 seconds Doom duration. A 10? Huh, okay. That's interesting, although this was a good talent. Level 15 talent from plus 3 seconds Doom duration to plus 30 Scorched Earth damage. Huh, so Doom is just honestly better in the late game. That's cool. Doom is definitely great. Drow, base damage spread has been made more consistent. Movement speed has been increased slightly from 285 to 290. Base armor increased by 1, so she's literally unkillable. Level 10 talent from 40% Gust Blind to 50%. That's got to be good, man. How many times are they going to buff this Gust Blind and it's not going to be good? Like, that's got to be good. Level 15 talent from 20 move speed to negative 6 seconds multi-shot cooldown. So that's great. No boring move speed talent, and we get more damage on Drow. Earth Spirit, not that she's that interesting of a hero. Earth Spirit, strength, base strength has been increased from 21 to 22. He's a tanky boy. Rolling Boulder, collision radius has been increased. So I would imagine that's the collision radius on heroes and not like the rocks, because I don't think anybody had any issues hitting the rocks in the first place. Magnetize damage rescaled from 50, 75, 100 to 40, 80, 120. So better in the late game, crappier in the early game. Enchant Remnant now allows Earth Spirit to target himself, and you can kick yourself with Boulder Smash. So you're immortal once you get the Aghanim Scepter. That's pretty cool. Earthshaker, fissure duration reduced from 8 to 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. So it scales now, which they did that with Tusk Shards too. Enchant Totem backswing animation time reduced from 0.57 to 0.38. Once again, backswings can be canceled. Talents, level 10 talent changed from plus 25 damage to plus 20 base damage. So that's a big buff because, you know, number one, why did he have a plus 25 damage talent in the first place? Like, Earthshaker? Come on, really? When's he right-clicking people other than with Enchant Totem? So this base damage makes his Enchant Totem better. It's like plus 80 damage, really. So that's cool. Elder Titan, base strength increased by 2. Fixed, man, I am so not even close to done this patch, actually. There are so many things. Oh my god, I'm getting Steam called. Let me fix this. Okay. I'm getting harassed. Elder Titan, base strength increased by 2. Fixed Echo Stomp, playing the full channel animation if it was canceled during the cast point. Yeah, that was just straight up a bug. Base strength increased by 2, so he's tankier and does more damage. Astral Spirit, the return speed has increased. I don't know if people like that, though. I think they like dragging it through things. Astral Spirit no longer refreshes the current buff when a spirit is cast and returns before the previous buff expires, so that's a nerf. That's a nerf for sure. Level 10 talent from 8 strength to 20 attack speed. Level 20 talent from 55 strength to 100% cleave. So these are all pretty big nerfs to Elder Titan, minus this 20 talent. I think core Elder Titan is arguably pretty good. Ember Spirit, Flame Guard, damage per second reduced from 30 to 60 to 25 scaling to 55. So slight nerf to Ember Spirit, really slight though. Enchantress, ooh, I like this. Intelligence gain has been increased 3.6 to 3.8, so she does more right-click damage. Turn rate has been improved from 0.5 to 0.6. Cool. Scepter now also provides plus 150 attack range, because nobody was going for this stupid Sproink Scepter. Nature's Attendance, heal interval changed from every 1 second to every 0.5. All right, so please, Valve, please tell me you learned with the Panda when you did this to I would assume this doesn't double the heal, but last time I said that about Brewmaster, it did actually double the damage. Level 10 talent increased from 15 move speed to plus 20. Okay, cool. Enchantress is definitely solid. You know, these are things that make her better as a core, though. Enigma, Malefice damage rescaled from 30 scaling to 105 to 40 scaling to 100. So better in the early levels. Talents, level 10 talent changed from 12% magic resistance to plus 4 seconds midnight pulse duration. Love that. That means you can use it to farm, you can use it to protect high ground and things like that. Level 10 talent changed from plus 150 idle on attack range to plus 135 idle on health. Level 15 talent increased from 0. And that's pretty good. I like the health. Can't just get one hit by Battle Furies anymore. Level 15 talent from plus 0.25 seconds Malefice stun duration to 0.35 seconds. Cool. Which might make it's very close to permanent now. Level 25 talent has been reduced from plus 6 demonic conversion eidolons to plus 5. I mean, it was already too many, so whatever. It's whatever. Faceless Void, Time Walk, Scepter AoE has been increased from 250 to 350. Wow, I thought this was a good axe before, and this is quite insane. Talents, level 15 talent from 1.2 seconds negative to the Time Walk to plus 275 Time Walk cast range, and the 20 talent has been changed from plus 350 Time Walk cast range to negative 1.75 seconds Time Walk. Kind of like flipping them. It's that seems pretty. I suppose that's actually better in the late game because at 20, that's like when you're going to get the Scepter, and having less of a cooldown on that means you're doing more damage. So, arguably a buff. Grimstroke, attack range from 550 to 575. Level 10 talent from plus 20 move speed to plus 100 cast range. Really? I guess his win rate's pretty garbage, so give him that. Level 15 talent from plus 150 cast range to plus 20% Inkswell move speed. Damn, dude, what a buff that is. 20 talent from plus 650 Stroke of Fate cast range to plus 800. Damn, dude, Grimstroke, those are some nice buffs, but his win rate was garbage, so makes sense. Gyrocopter, base intelligence from 19 to 21, giving him more mana. Homing missile, launch time reduced from 3 to 2.5 seconds. I kind of found that if you didn't have 2 ranged heroes, you could never kill that anyway, so that's pretty annoying. Flat cannon cooldown has been reduced from 20 to 18. Okay, so kind of putting him back to how he was before the nerfs, where he fell off. Level 10 talent increased from 12 damage to 16. 175 HP to 200 as well at level 10, and then the 20 talent is from plus 12 rocket barrage damage to plus 16. So they're basically buffing a couple of these talents to be pre-sweeping nerf. Huskar, agility gain from 1.4 to 1.8. Base damage increased by 2. So lots of damage buffs. Inner fire knockback reduced pretty significantly. Life break no longer deals damage to Roshan. And the 25 talent has been changed from 150 attack range to 175. Man, Huskar still sucks. I mean, I don't give a shit. This hero's super cancer, so whatever. No problem to me. But like those are not buffs. He's still garbage. Invoker, base damage increased by 2. Cool. Henry will be happy. Forge Spirit, base attack time improved from 1.5 to 1.35 because people don't really play around the Forge Spirits. Forge Spirit, Melting Strike no longer has a mana requirement. I mean, why did it in the first place? That's very weird. Invoke no longer triggers spell events like Magic Stick. That's funny that it did. I think that's definitely, most things that are like Invoke don't, so it's strange that it did. And then talents, level 10 talent changed from plus 50 Chaos Meteor contact damage to plus 30% Chaos Meteor damage. That was the shittiest talent in Dota, this Invoker 10 talent. Like, his talents are sad until the later levels. So that is cool. Buffing Quasixor for once. Io, base move speed increased from 280 to 320. Really? I mean, I suppose it's just because you get somebody else's move speed anyway. So, but dude, come on. That's a lot. 40 move speed? I've never seen a move speed buff that high. Are you serious? Jakiro, dual breath mana cost increased from 135 scaling to 170 to 140 scaling to 170. Slight nerfs. Ice Path mana cost has been increased slightly from 90 to 100. Level 10 talent from 275 attack range to 325. They really want people to go for that. Level 15 talent from 275 health to negative 1 second Ice Path cooldown. That's a lot of health, but Ice Path is a cool ability, so I think those are such slight nerfs to Jakiro. Juggernaut. Omni Slash now provides plus 40 attack speed. Omni Slash attack speed multiplier reduced from 1.7 to 1.6. That kind of seems the same. Level 10 talent, level 15 talent from plus 80 Blade Fury move speed to plus 100, putting it back to what it was. Once again, level 20 talent from plus 100 Blade Fury DPS to plus 140. People still probably aren't going to go for that. So Jug seems the same. Keeper of the Light, Illuminate channel duration reduced from 2. Oh, okay, cool. So 2 scaling to 5 to 2 scaling to 4.1. So that's a big buff to Keeper. You can do a lot more damage a lot quicker now. Very cool. Will-O-Wisp, Flicker, no longer drops your orders between each cycle and no longer prevents orders from being queued during it. Whew, that was so annoying. Why did it do that in the first place? Because it's like a sleep mechanic, I guess. Talents. Level 20 talent change from plus 250 Chakra Magic. Like, this is a glitch. This is a glitch, honestly. But 20 talent, 250 Chakra Magic to negative 4 second Chakra Magic cooldown. Way better. That is way better. Because people were building this hero and playing this hero around the cooldown reduction. Kunkka, level 25 talent, change from 85% Tidebringer Cleave to plus 110%. Okay, I mean, the armor, the fact that armor now factors into the cleave is definitely the biggest nerf to Kunkka in a long time. In terms of this, like, cleaving one-hit build, that's not really a thing anymore, so. Such is life. Legion Commander, base strength reduced by 1 because she's been just super owning pubs. Dual attack bonus increased at the later levels. So now instead of 18 and 26 at level 2 and level 3, it's 20 and 30, and it remains the same at level 1. Level 15 talent from negative 4 seconds overwhelming odds cooldown to negative 6 seconds. Neat. I still think people probably won't go for that. Level 25 talent increased from 275 AoE press the attack to plus 400. Good. I honestly really like the dual damage, and they nerfed the dual damage at 25 from plus 32 to plus 30. So this definitely means that a lot more people are going to go for the press the attack AoE. Leshrac, lots of changes. Base damage increased by 3. Attack range reduced from 600 to 575, so I'd say overall that's kind of a nerf. Strength gain has been increased. That's a buff. This hero is so squishy. Pulse Nova, Scepter, Lightning Storm interval improved from every 1.75 seconds to 1.5. Slight increase, but I still think the Scepter is kind of bad unless you're 25 with the talent. Level 10 talent from 200 mana to 40 Split Earth Radius. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that. That's never been a thing before. Level 20 talent from plus 350 health to plus 1 second Lightning Storm slow. So now you get that at level 20. And then level 25 is plus 175 Lightning Storm damage instead of plus 2.5 Lightning Storm slow. So just gut feeling on the stats of that. I still think the Scepter build is not that good. The Lightning Storm build is probably not that good, but who knows? I mean, 1 second slow versus 2.5 seconds, like that's a big difference, right? Lich, level 10 talent change from plus 15 move speed to plus 60 Frost Nova AoE damage. All right, I don't think Lich needs any damage. Level 10 talent from plus 150 health to plus 100 cast range. That's great. He loves that. Level 20 talent from plus 150 cast range to plus 100 chain frost damage. That's definitely great. Level 20 talent from plus 2.5 seconds frost shield duration to plus 4 seconds. And man, that was a good talent. I mean, it was a good talent before, because especially you get the 25 talent and you get the frost shield HP regen. That was nuts. On towers, are you kidding me? Lifestealer, minimum base damage increased from 42 to 46, so he hits harder. Talents, level 10 talent from 25 attack speed to 30, level 10 talent from plus 150 HP to 200, level 20 talent from plus 40% open wounds, lifesteal to negative 4 seconds open wounds cooldown. So I think that does make it a short cooldown, but at that point you probably have an Abyssal or Basher. I think it's a slight buff. These are slight buffs. Lina, Laguna Blade damage increased from 450, 650, 850 to 500, 700, 900. Cool. And remember, that can become pure with this Aghanims. Dragon Slave, backswing animation time has been reduced, such as a lot of spells have been reduced, backswing time. Talents, level 20 talent from 24/1.5% Fiery Soul to 30%, 1.5%. So tons of these talents are just putting back to how they were before. Lion base attack speed has been increased, and his base armor has been increased by 1. Still the most dogshit hero. Well, Shouldn't say that. I'm being facetious, but I think Lion's a pretty big feeding hero. I think this doesn't change that much about his laning. His laning is still really weak compared to something like a Bane. Talents. Level 10 talent from plus 75 cast range to 15% mana drain slow, which sucks. Level 15 talent from 15% mana drain slow to 150 cast range. That's cool. He likes that. Big fan. Level 15 talent from plus 150 Finger of Death damage to negative 2 seconds Earth Spike cooldown. Okay, that's interesting. Probably this could be a higher number, but that's still interesting. I think that's better. Level 20 talent from 400 health to plus 20 Finger of Death damage per kill. Okay, so I have questions about this. Like, does this mean per kill, as in you don't have to get a kill with Finger of Death, or is this retroactive? So all of the kills that you got with Finger of Death, it counts those and gives you plus 20 on those. Like, this seems really potentially good if it works in one of a few ways. Lone Druid, strength gain has been reduced from 2.7 to 2.5 because he is already immortal. Savage Roar is no longer duplicate cast on either target that is unable to cast. Why did it do that in the first place? That was very awful. Summon Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear damage per level is now base damage rather than bonus damage. So like Vlad's, for example, will give him bonuses. Summon Spirit, and double damage as well. Summon Spirit Bear, backlash damage has been increased from 10% max health to 20%, so if you kill the bear, it hurts the hero a lot. Summon Spirit Bear Entangling Claws no longer has a special duration for creeps, so that nerfs his farming. True Form Armor bonus has been reduced from 10 scaling to 20 to 8 scaling to 12. Armor scales logarithmically, or I should say it represents a looks like a logarithmic growth. It has diminishing returns, so that's not a huge nerf, but these are pretty big nerfs to this hero. And then the level 25 talent has been reduced again, negative 0.15 Spirit Bear attack time to only negative 1. So yeah, this hero is pretty nerfed. I didn't think it was that broken, but it appears Valve disagrees. So Luna, base damage has been increased by 3, which is great because she has a base damage aura. Lunar Blessing rescaled from 15%, scaling to 30%, to 10%, scaling to 34%. So it's better now. Lunar Blessing no longer increases armor. Good. I hated that people were tanky that I was laning against because she's in the lane. So stupid. Moonglaves. Imagine trading with a tree who has base damage and armor. It's just so cancer. Moonglaves bounce count from 1 through 6 to 3 through 6. So now more of a 1-point wonder. Moonglaves damage reduction per bounce from 35% to 52%, 46%, 40%, 34%. Okay, so that's why you would level it up, is for the damage per bounce. Magnus, Empower, damage rescaled from 10% scaling to 25% to 11% scaling to 32%. Shockwave Slow has been increased from 60% to 75%. That's pretty crazy. Skewer, cooldown reduced from 26 scaling to 20 to 22 scaling to 16. Okay, so does that change with the Aghanim Scepter? Does the Aghanim Scepter do like negative seconds on Skewer, or does it set it to be? If that works with the Aghanim Scepter, that's pretty good. Skewer radius increased as well. So maybe Ag's Magnus is back. We'll see. Talents, level 10 talent from 15 attack speed to 20 damage. Seems okay. Level 15 talent from 100 shockwave damage to plus 140. And people weren't really going for that. I think they were going for like a tank talent. It was like a strength talent or something. Mars, base int increased because his mana costs are way too high. Arena of Blood, formation time improved from 0.6 to 0.3. So now you can arena, immediately spear, and you're going to get somebody. Talents, level 10 talent from negative 2 second spear cooldown to negative 3. That could probably still go higher. Mars is not bad, but definitely not good still. Medusa, base strength has been increased from 15 to 17. Base intelligence has been increased from 19 to 23, and both of these things make her tankier. Split shot, primary arrow now has the same damage reduction as the secondary arrows. Split shot can now be toggled, so back to how it was before. Extra arrow count has been increased from 3 to 4. Split shot secondary arrows bonus range from 100 to 150, so much bigger. Split shot damage has been increased from 30% scaling to 75% to 50% scaling to 80%. So better in the early levels for farming AoE. Mystic Snake, cast point reduced from 0.4 to 0.2. This ability sucks. Mystic Snake cooldown reduced from 11 to 10. So I still think Medusa is pretty weak, unless there's something that I'm not getting from this split shot. I think she's still basically in the same place. Mirana, Moonlight Shadow, movement speed has been reduced from 15%, and now it scales from 9 to 15% at max level. Sacred Arrow, cooldown has been increased from 18 scaling to 15 to 19 scaling to 16, so 1 at all levels, 1 second. Leap distance has been increased from 550 to 575, so she's a little bit more mobile, and 15 talent has been increased from 65 leap attack speed to 75, because people aren't really going core Mirana, so Mirana still seems just as good. Monkey King, base armor increased by 3. Holy shit, that's a lot. That was a big issue with him in the laning stage. Jenku Mastery damage has been reduced from 60 scaling to 150 to 40 scaling to 130. Jenku Mastery hit tracker duration reduced from 10 to 7, and then now it scales to 10 as you level it up. So Jenku Mastery, crappier, but his base armor is no longer as bad. Wukong's command attack interval improved from 1.2 to 1.1. That's made a bit better, but there's no Echo Saber anymore in that, which is rough. Talents, level 10 talent from 15 attack speed to plus 20. Level 10 talent from 325. Tree Dance, Vision AoE to plus 400. I love that talent. I actually think Offlane Monkey King. Maybe Offlane Monkey King's going to be a thing. We'll see. Because base armor increased by 3. Like, I don't know. That sounds pretty good. Level 15 talent from 80 Jingu Mastery damage to plus 100. See, I'm thinking you just max the jump as like an Offlane Monkey King. That sounds pretty good. Naga Siren. She's been given 10 move speed for some godforsaken reason. And Snare Cast Point has been reduced from 0.6 to 0.5. And Song of the Siren Scepter upgrade now also reduces the cooldown by 20 seconds. All right, so Scepter's actually good now on Naga. Because that's honestly about enough to make it good. All right, Nature's Prophet. Base armor reduced by 2 because his hero stats are way too good. Nature's Call, Treants, Gold, and XP bounty has been reduced. Okay, so I mean, I think that should be increased. This hero does way too much with the Treants. Level 10 talent from 25 damage to plus 20. And plus 15 Wrath of Nature base damage to plus 25 because nobody was going for that. Level 15 talent from plus 8 armor to plus 25 attack speed. And then the level 20 talent has been changed from 30 attack speed to plus 8 armor. So that's a pretty that's a pretty big nerf. I'd say that's like the biggest nerf because you want to go the cooldown reduction at 20. You don't want to go armor. But you want armor at 15 because that's a lot of armor at level 15. So that's rough. Necrophos, talents, level 25 talent, -2, Death Pulse cooldown to -2.5. Okay, cool. Night Stalker, level 10 talent, change from 150 mana to plus 45 void damage. Wow, that sounds pretty good with Aghanims. Level 10 talent from 150 health to plus 7% Hunter in the Night move speed. Really? Wow, those are good. Those are good level 10 talents. I'm a fan. I mean, everybody was skipping those anyway, so cool. Very cool. Nyx Assassin, impale damage increased from 80 scaling to 260 to 100 scaling to 280. So very value at level 1. I mean, good at all levels. Talents, the level 10 talent has been increased from 6% spell amp to 8%. Basically good against OD in Pugna. Ogre Magi, agility gain has been reduced from 1.9 to 1.5 because why does this big meaty boy have so much armor? Unrefined Fire Blast. Mana cost has been reduced from 60% to 45%. That is a hilarious Ags. I love that Ags. Omni Knight base move speed has been increased from 300 to 305. Purification cast range has been increased from 400 to 550, which, wow, that's really good. That's great. So you can purify people and then walk in and put your other healing stuff on them. Degen Aura no longer reduces attack speed, so worse for trading. Degen Aura radius increased from 300 to 375. So if Omni is able to really zone people in the lane and they're not going to turn and attack him, he's way better. But if you just turn and attack Omni, he seems kind of shittier. Level 20 talent increased from -10% Degen Aura to -15%. Just move speed, remember. Level 20 talent from plus 3 mana regen to -3 seconds Heavenly Grace cooldown. Man, why would you give a plus 3 mana regen talent at level 20 to a strength hero? Like, that felt so bad. You're going to have mana regen at that point anyway. And that felt so bad. I'm so glad that they changed this. It just didn't make any sense. Level 25 talent from -6.5 seconds Heavenly Grace cooldown to -60 seconds Guardian Angel cooldown. Damn. Omni might be good. Omni might be good. Oracle, Purifying Flames, cast point reduced from 0.3 to 0.15. I mean, that was already very fast. The level 15 talent from -0.8 seconds Purifying Flames cooldown to -1 second. Wow, that's huge. Level 25 talent from -4 seconds Fate's Edict cooldown to -1.5 seconds Fortune's End max channel time. Okay, and so I believe that that also means that you just get 1.5 seconds added to the stun, or to the duration of it, no matter what. Cool. Wow. Okay, Oracle was already pretty good. I mean, those are not huge buffs, but Oracle was already pretty good. So, Outworld Devour, Essence Flux, slow duration increased from 1.75 to 2. That slow is actually pretty annoying. The active duration is from 6 to 8. All right. Offlane OD, let's go. Arcane Orb, mana cost reduced from 110 scaling to 200 to 80 scaling to 200. Astral Imprisonment now has an AoE cast indicator that shows the damage area. Quality of life. Astral Imprisonment cast range has been increased from 225 to 450, and now it's 300 to 450. So it's the same at max level, but at level 1, it is no longer complete hot garbage. Cool. Level 25 talent has been increased from 12% spell lifesteal to 20%. So OD, those seem like decent changes. Not huge, nothing huge. PA, base damage has been increased by 3. This is one of the shittiest carries in the game. Blur, Scepter cooldown has been reduced from 12 to 10. That's cool. That's a nice one. Talents, level 10 talent changed from plus 12 damage to negative 1 second stifling dagger cooldown. I like that. Level 15 talent from plus 25% cleave to plus 350 phantom strike cast range. People like the cleave. People did like the cleave. Level 20 talent from plus 30% blur evasion to plus 35%. Unless the base damage is like a really big deal, I would say. I don't know. I feel like that's about the same. Phantom Lancer, attack damage spread has been reduced. It's the same average damage, and once again, making it more consistent. It was always annoying to me that PL could just like hit a range creep from 50% HP and kill it. Like, come on. You kidding me? Spirit Lance, damage increased from 100 scaling to 250, and now instead it's 100 scaling to 280, so it does more damage at max level. 15 talent from plus 100. I'm getting to the P's. I'm getting so excited right now for Pudge. Level 15 talent from 100 Spirit Lance damage to negative 1 second Spirit Lance cooldown. They really like the cooldown reduction. I guess it's the, you have to, it costs more mana to have the cooldown reduction. It's like there's more of a cost to it, but it's about the same. Level 20 talent changed from plus 5 max juxtapose illusions to plus 4% juxtapose illusion damage. So I guess better against AoE clear. Phoenix, Fire Spirit's mana cost has been increased. Damn, dude, that's a big nerf. Supernova, by the way, from 80 to 120 at level 1. At all levels, it's 120 now, instead of 80 scaling through 110. That's insane. Supernova hit count rescaled from 5, 8, 11 to 6, 8, 10. So better early, still easy to kill with 2 heroes, and then crappier later. Level 10 talent increased from 14% Icarus Dive Slow to plus 18%, more of a disabler. Plus 15, the 15 talent is from 400 health to 500. Neat. That's, I think Phoenix is garbage. Well, not garbage. I shouldn't say that. That's very extreme, but worse than before. All right, I gotta not read the Pudge buffs. I'm actually just gonna, I'm assuming they're buffs. Okay, Puck, talents. Level 25 talent, Dream Coiled Rapid Fire, attack range interval improved from 0.85 to 0.75 because everybody was going for the other talent. Level 25 talent decreased from plus 350 Waning Rift AoE in range to plus 300 because everybody was going for that. All right, fuck this. I don't care about Puck. Let's look at this one. This is the most important one here. Okay. All right. Praying to Gaben for this. Please, Gaben. I bought so many compendium points. So many battle pass levels. Like, I've supported you, okay? And now it's your turn to reciprocate. This is, it's not a one-way street. This is a two-way street. Okay. Base health regen increased from 1 to 2. All right, okay. Strength gain reduced from 4 to 3.2. What the fuck? Come on. All right, there better be something to fix this. Meter cooldown reduced from 27 scaling to 12 to 21 scaling to 12. And man, this ability sucks at level 1. Like, it's got such a long cooldown. You just sit in the trees, waiting to hook again for 30 seconds. It's sad. Okay, Rot, the slow has been increased at level 1 to 14%. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad at level 1 before. So his early level 1 and level 2, better. Flesh Heap strength gain has been increased from, 1 scaling through 2.5 to 1.5 scaling to 3. So, you have less strength gain. You have 0.8 less strength gain total per level. But if you get 2 kills per level, then you're getting more strength than before. like 1.6 kills or something like that. Dude, that's, come on. That's it? This hero still sucks. What the fuck, Ice Frog? I'm gonna get demonetized for swearing so much in this because of this part. Oh, God. What am I gonna do? Level 10 talent, plus 28 rot damage to 30. All right, it looks more rounded. That's great. Queen of Pain, strength gain reduced from 2.3 to 2.2. Shadow Strike, mana cost has been increased from 110 to 110, scaling through 140. Much needed. Shadow Strike initial damage from 50 to 125 to 30 to 120. So lots of Shadow Strike nerfs, and she's squishier. Sonic Wave mana cost has been increased by 50 points at max level. This is probably not enough nerfs. I'll have to see how her Shadow Strike feels, but you know, probably now you just go 2-point Shadow Strike, max Scream, something like that, which people were kind of doing before anyway. Razor, strength gain has been increased from 2.6 to 2.8. Agility gain has been increased by, instead of 2.1, it's 2.3. So tankier and has more damage. Plasma Field cooldown has been reduced from 14 to 13, 12, 11, 10. Static Link no longer disarms you or does invisible attacks through the link, but instead allows you to attack while moving, similar to Wind Ranger. By default, it will automatically attack the target linked, but allows you to attack a different target. Ooh, that's a buff. That's a big buff. Storm Surge no longer provides AoE move speed. Storm Surge move speed has been increased to make up for this, presumably by 2%. All right, cool. So that's I believe that's like a slight nerf to that ability. Eye of the Storm no longer has a passive component. Eye of the Storm damage has been increased by 20 at all levels. Razor might be good. It's hard to say because there's some, really he's like the most nerfed and buffed. Like he's got good buffs, he's got good big nerfs though. Level 25 talent from 180 Eye of the Storm passive damage to +1 Eye of the Storm targets. Ooh, that's pretty cool. With Aghanim Scepter, that's nice. Rubik, base attack speed from 110 to 100 to 110. Attack damage spread has been reduced, so once again, more consistent. Fade Bolt damage reduction changed from a fixed value for heroes to a percentage of base damage. Very good in the late game against base damage heroes such as Terrorblade. Fade Bolt damage has been increased from 80 through 320 to 100 through 325, so much better at level 1. The mana cost has been reduced. Damn, Rubik is solid. Rubik is very solid. So the mana cost has been reduced from 135, scaling through 150, to 120, scaling through 150. Level 10 talent changed from +50 damage to +50 base damage. Am I crazy? Why? Why? Oh, level 15 talent from -80 Fade Bolt hero attack to Fade Bolt steals hero damage. Okay, carry Rubik. Let's go. Mid Rubik is a serious, real thing. Sand King, Caustic Finale has been reworked. Attacking an enemy now places a debuff that slows the enemy by 10, scaling through 25% move speed for 5 seconds. If the target dies during the 5-second debuff, an explosion deals 70, scaling through 130, plus a percentage of the target's max health in an AoE. Wow, that is cool. So if I'm blowing up some like 3000 HP Pudge, I'm going to do a huge explosion to his teammates. That's hilarious. That is very funny. What is the mana cost of that though? Attacking enemy. Wait, no, there's no mana cost. Wow. Dude, that's good. That's really good. That's really damn good. All right, Sand King's nuts. Level 10 talent change from -30 epicenter attack slow to +20 epicenter damage per pulse. Really, level 10, that's crazy good. That's really good at level 10. Level 15 talent change from +2 epicenter pulses to +8% Caustic Finale slow. I love this new Caustic. Level 20 talent change from +8 armor to -2 seconds burst strike cooldown. Ooh, that is exactly what you want at that point in the game. You're a stunner at that point. Level 20 talent change from +25 epicenter damage to +20 health regen. All right, level 25 talent from +40 health regen to +4 epicenter pulses. Not that good at that point. You would not go for that over the blind. The blind is insane. Shadow Demon, talents. There's a fire in my building. Dude, this is the longest patch analysis I've ever recorded. Talents, level 10 talent from plus 12 intelligence to plus 15. Shadow Fiend, base damage increased by 4. Necromastery, max soul count from 12 through 36 to 11 through 20. But the damage per soul is changed so that at level 4, you're going to get 40. You're going to get 80 damage instead of... I hit my mic again. Close to 80. So it's better now. It's easier in the earlier game. You need to get less last hits. And when you level it up, you don't need to get that many more last hits. You just get the damage because the damage per soul has changed. Wow, that's cool. Necromastery no longer grants an extra amount for hero kills. Why would it? You know, it's going to be so easy to get these souls now. Requiem of Souls now releases a wave per 1 soul instead of per 2 souls. So let's see, 20. So we have 20 souls, 30 with the scepter. So Requiem does more damage now, basically. Let's see, level 20 talent increased from plus 2 damage per soul to plus 3. Shadow Shaman base intelligence. So this just makes up for the changes. Shadow Shaman base intelligence from 19 to 25. Base damage is unchanged. Cast more spells. Mass Serpent Wards bounty spread reduced from 26 to 38 to 28 through 36. They really want everything to be more consistent now, which is interesting. Talents, level 10 talent from 100 shackles, total damage to 140. Level 15 talent from negative 4 second hex cooldown to negative 4.5 seconds. Level 25 talent from plus 320 ether shock to plus 340. All right, interesting. Silencer, arcane curse, damage from 16 scaling to 40 is now 16 scaling to 46. Slight buff. Global silence cooldown has been reduced significantly in the later levels. Instead of 130 all around, it's 130, 115, 100. Talents from 20 arcane curse damage, at level 15 to plus 30. Slight buff. Level 20 talent from 15% arcane curse slow to 20%. Level 25 talent from plus 1.5 seconds global silence to plus 30% cooldown reduction. Okay. I still think Silencer's bad. These are not big enough changes to buff him. Scarif Mage, level 15 talent from negative 7 seconds. Ancient Seal cooldown to negative 8 seconds. Slardar, Corrosive Haze, armor reduction increased from 8, 13, 18 to 10, 15, 20. Okay, so buff slightly. And the level 20 talent from 800 Vision, I think it was Night Vision, wasn't it? Am I crazy? To negative 4, Corrosive Haze armor. Okay, that's good. 25 talent from negative 3.5 seconds Slithering Crush cooldown to negative 4 seconds. Slithering Crush is not that great of an ability with the fact that it's only a 1 second stun. Slark base attack speed has been reduced slightly. Snapfire, Scatter Blast now also slows attack speed by 100. Better for trading. Little Shredder no longer reduces the enemy attack speed, now reduces the enemy armor per attack for 4 seconds. Remember, this works on towers. Little Shredder attack damage has been reduced from 35 scaling to 80 to 20 scaling to 80 linearly. So, interesting. She seems good, Snapfire. Talents, level 15 talent from plus 48 Scatterblast damage to plus 60. The level 25 talent is from Scatterblast applies a 2.5 seconds disarm to 3x Little Shredder multi-shot. That's interesting. There could be some meme stuff going on with late game Snapfire. Sniper, shrapnel damage has been reduced from 20 scaling to 80 to 20 scaling to 65 because the hero is absolute cancer in a lot of brackets. Assassinate, Scepter stun duration has been reduced from 1.5 to 1.25, 1.5. So usually get it at the second level, and so that's a nerf. Spectre, base health regen has been reduced from 2.5 to 1.5. Shadow Step can now target spell immune units. Cool. I've never even seen anybody get this. Haunt illusions no longer have a fixed 400 move speed. They did? Haunt illusions no longer have a 1 second delay on acting. That's annoying. That's a buff. That's a Spectre buff. You can pick Spectre against Enigma, Earthshaker, and it's just instantly their blink is canceled. Desolate damage has been increased from 20 through 50 to 30 through 60. Desolate search area has been reduced 500 to 425, and Desolate no longer reduces vision. Oh man, I feel like Spectre is great. I feel like Spectre is really good because of this Haunt Illusion change. I hate this game. Why is Spectre good? She was already broken. All right. Spirit Breaker, Charge of Darkness, cast point reduced from 0.47 to 0.3. That's great. Good for escaping, harder to interrupt. That was clunky. It felt clunky. Talents, 15 talent from plus 30 damage to plus 40. Cool, he's not really right-clicking people. Storm Spirit, agility gain from 1.5 to 1.7, so faster attack speed. He's always struggled with that. Ball Lightning, travel cost per 100 units, reduced from 12 to 0.7, 12 plus 0.7% to 10 plus 0.65%. And I think that's just to make it for the fact that Kaya sucks. Sven, base move speed has been increased from 315 to 325. Stop doing this to heroes. Stormhammer Dispel talent is now able to target Cyclone units and dispel it off. That sounds pretty good. Warcry no longer provides bonus damage. Move speed is now provided for allies as well, and the move speed bonus has been reduced from 10 through 22 to 8 through 20, and the mana cost has been reduced to 30 through 60 instead of just 60 mana cost. So basically what it was before. Great Cleave distance has been increased from 650 to 700. God Strength no longer provides 10, 20, 30 strength. The strength bonus has been increased to 110% scaling through 210% instead of 80% scaling through 160%. And the strength duration has been increased from 25 to 40. So this lasts a long time. And so you get, what, 20, 30% more? And then at max level, you are getting 50% more. So as long as 50% of your strength is more than 30, this is going to be better than it was before because it lasts way longer. Talents. Level 25 talent from plus 32% God Strength to 50% God Strength damage. Okay. Cool. Sven seems like it could be good. Once again, look at Sumail for this. He's the Sven player. Templar Assassin. Meld armor reductions rescaled from 2468 to 5678. So very good at level 1. Meld cooldown increased from 6 to 12, scaling to 6. So Meld, very good value point. And then level 25 talent from plus 4 refraction instances to plus 6 because people were still going for the Meld Bash. That's good Diet Pepsi. Terrorblade, Metamorphosis no longer reduces your move speed. That's a big buff. And then level 10 talent is instead of plus 20 move speed, it's plus 15. So Terrorblade's, that's about the same. Yeah, maybe TB players will be like, oh, that's huge. Tidehunter, base strength increased by 2, a little bit tankier. Kraken Shell block damage has been increased from 12 through 48 to 14 through 50. Talents. Let's see, how much damage should creeps do at level 1? Creeps do like 22 damage or something like that. So you can't exactly cut creeps at level 1, but, you know, we're getting close. We're getting there. Talents, level 20 talent from plus 24 Kraken Shell, damage block to plus 30. Slight buffs, Timbersaw, base strength increased by 1, base mana regen increased slightly, that's cool, spam your things up more in the laning phase. Talents, level 10 talent from plus 2 mana regen to plus 1.75, because this was just added to the base mana regen. Level 15 talent from plus 6 reactive armor stacks to plus 8, because everybody was skipping this. Slight buffs, Tiny, base health regen from 0 to 1. That's a good buff. Toss duration has been increased, so they're up in the air for a lot longer. Better to disable from 1.3 to 1.4, just slightly. Avalanche initial projectile no longer takes a fixed 0.5 seconds to arrive at destination, but instead has a 1200 projectile speed. I did not know it worked like that. So if you avalanche people right on top of them, they could still like blink away. So Tree Grab no longer slows Tiny by 30 move speed. Tree Grab now has a 5 charge limit. 5 hit charge limit, so it's back to what it was. And bonus damage has been rescaled to 25% straight instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. Tree Grab building damage has been increased from 20, 50, 80, 110 to 90, 120, 150, 180. So it does a lot of damage. And the splash damage has been increased from 30, 40, 60 to 40, 60, 80, 100. So this makes Tiny, in my opinion, like way better as an offlaner. Like this Tree Grab, the way it was great as an offlane Tiny. Grow damage bonus has been rescaled from 30, 45, 60 to 25, 50, 75. So more in the late game. And the level 15 talent, instead of plus 325 health, is plus 3 Tree Grab attack charges, and 20 talent is from plus 16 strength to plus 18. So maybe this is a good offlaner. Maybe it's a good offlaner. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm an offlane player, though. Trait Protector. Leech Seed is now an enemy targeted spell again. Deals 16, 32, 48, 64 damage per pulse, and heals allies within 650 range for the same amount. Lasts 5 seconds with 8 pulse per second. Slows the target by a small percentage, 8%, 14%, 20, 26. This seems pretty bad. What's the mana cost? 110. Yeah, that seems pretty damn bad. Eyes in the Forest, other than the fact that it heals. Eyes in the Forest now has 3 charges with a 40-second replenish time. So you can boom, 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 put 3 of them in one place if you get there for just a fraction of a second, which is very nice. I think this is a big quality of life change. Troll Warlord, level 15 talent from +3 max fervor stacks to +5 fervor attack speed. 15 talent from +70 whirling attack damage to whirling axis damage to +90. Neat. Slight changes, slight buffs. Lots of slight buffs in this. Tusk, base armor increased by 1. Snowball damage per ally has been increased from 20 through 50 to 20 through 80. The 25 talent has been changed from -6 second snowball cooldown to -8 seconds. Man, that's gotta be a very quick cooldown at that point. But slight buffs. Underlord, attack range increased from 150 to 175. Atrophy Aura no longer provides permanent bonus damage. Man, they don't like the permanent bonus damage, clearly. Atrophy Aura creep damage, death damage, has been rescaled from 5 to 4, 5, 6, 7. Atrophy Aura damage duration has been increased from 30, 40, 50, 60 to 30, 45, 60, 75. Sucks that it doesn't provide the bonus damage. That's the big thing there. Firestorm cast point has been reduced from 0.6 to 0.5. Firestorm AoE has been increased from 400 to 400, 430, 460, 490. That's pretty big. Firestorm debuff no longer ignores Ancients, still ignores Roshan. So you can Ancient with this hero. Cool, but it's still slow. It's still slow because it's magic damage. Pit of Malice, cooldown, reduced from 22, 20, 18, 16 to 18, 17, 16, 15. And man, this ability has a very high uptime already, so that's pretty huge. Level 10 talent changed from +20 move speed to +5 armor. Level 10 talent from +14 wave storm damage, firestorm wave damage to +12% magic resistance. Meh. The armor's pretty good, but the move speed was great as well. Level 15 talent from 5 atrophy or permanent damage bonus to -3 seconds firestorm cooldown. Sarah could be a very annoying spellcaster. Level 15 talent changed from +175 cast range to +100 Pit of Malice AoE. Wow, that is so annoying. This hero could be very cancer just based on his spells. Undying Flesh Golem, debuff no longer deals damage per second, nor increases the damage that zombies do. And the debuff now increases all damage the target takes by 25%, 30%, 35%. So much better of a support now. That's cool. Ursa, Earth Shock. Slow, reduced from 10, 25, 40, 55 to 10, 20, 30, 40. The cooldown has been increased from 9, 8, 7, 6 to 11, 10, 9, 8. So it has a 4-second downtime now instead of 2, which is great. Enrage, cooldown has been increased from 50, 40, 30 to 70, 50, 30. Much needed. Feels like he always has it up. Talent. Level 20 talent changed from +1.2 seconds enrage duration to -3 seconds Earthshock cooldown. So technically better in the late game. Technically, but just slightly, if you go for this talent. Vengeful Spirit, Wave of Terror, vision area has been increased from 300 to 350. The level 20 talent has been changed from +6 Vengeance Aura attribute to +100 Vengeance Aura attack range. Side grade, +20 talent, the 20 talent is changed from +160 magic missile damage to +200. Dude, this is the longest patch I've ever read, actually. And, okay, side grades. Lots of side grades. Very cool, Valve. Venomancer, base move speed increased from 275 to 280. This guy is so damn slow. Poison Sting damage has been increased. Wow, really? 6 scaling through 24. Now it is 8 scaling through 32, but it no longer reduces HP regen. That was a big thing. Plague Wards. Health increased from 75 scaling through 450 to 120 scaling through 450. So people can no longer one-hit them at level 1. That is huge. That is very good. Poison Nova. Scepter cooldown reduced from 140 to 60 seconds to 100 to 60 seconds. I mean, this is good for the level 2. You get the Scepter when you have a level 2 ulti. Okay, talents. Level 10 talent has been increased from 12 seconds Plague Ward duration to +15 because people weren't going that because it's just kind of boring. And okay, Veno seems decent. Veno seems okay. Viper, base damage increased by 2. He was good before. Intelligence increased from 15 to 1.8 to 17 to 2.0, giving a lot of heroes less mana issues. Visage, attack projectile speed increased from 900 to 1000. Soul Assumption, mana cost reduced from 150 to 135, scaling to 150. And then the negative 2.5 armor reduction talent is now negative 3. So slight buffs to him. Void Spirit, Resonant Pulse. Scepter, charge replenish time increased from 16 to 18. That scepter has been broken since it was added to the game. Warlock, Shadow Word cast range increased from 450 to scaling through 750 to 450, scaling through 900. So it's very big in the late game. Weaver, Sakuchi speed has been increased from 200 scaling through 260 to 200 scaling through 290. Man, I think this hero was pretty good before, and this is a big buff. Time-lapse scepter cooldown has been increased though, and the cast range has been reduced. So the support and offlane Weaver has been nerfed. Level 10 talent has been changed from 6 agi to 15 damage, which is good. That's a lot of damage. Level 15 talent from 15 mana break to plus 20. So carry Weaver. That's the place to be. That's the hero to play. Windranger, Focus Fire now pauses firing if you issue the stop or halt commands. If you right-click on the target, it will resume again. That was rough versus Blade Mail. That's a good change. Winter Wyvern, Winter's Curse cooldown has been increased from 80 to 90 because this is one of the best pause 5s. Witch Doctor, level 20 talent from plus 1 Maledict tick to plus 15% Maledict burst damage. 1 Maledict tick plus 15. I think that's about the same. I'm not purred. I'm not gonna do the math on that. Wraith King, base damage increased by 3. And I'm assuming Vampire Agora, no longer provides attack damage or self bonus mechanics. Lifesteal has been increased though, from 5 to 20% to 8 to 32%. And Vampire Agora now has half effect on ranged heroes. So these are pretty big Wraith King nerfs, I think. Mortal Strike, Skeleton attack damage has been increased though, from 30 to 35 to 35 to 40. But these are pretty rough Wraith King nerfs because he really liked getting that extra damage from the Vampire Agora. Zeus, move speed increased from 300 to 310. That is fantastic. Arc Lightning, damage from 70 scaling through 145 to 75 scaling through 150. Lightning Bolt mana cost has been increased though, from 90 to 135 to 125 through 140. Thunder God's Wrath, damage has been increased from 250 through 450 to 300 through 500. Cool. Thunder God's Wrath cooldown has also been increased. Well, these are a lot of nerfs, really? Nimbus cooldown increased from 35 to 45 seconds. Level 10 talent from 2 mana regen to plus 175. Level 25 talent from plus 225 cast range to 275. Why are you nerfing Zeus? You had me in the first half. I was like, dude, Zeus is going to be good. This is shit. Come on. All right. That's it for this video. 1 hour, 22 minutes. Good Lord, this was a long patch. But I can't say that I'm not happy because I have no idea what to expect for this. And I'm glad because I think the last patch didn't change that much about the game. This seems like it's going to be a game changer. So we'll see. Big shout outs to the heroes that I said that I think got, pretty big buffs, like Bloodseeker. I'm looking out for that hero. Brewmaster, really looking out for that hero. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you somehow made it this far, make sure to hit the comment and like button, because then the YouTube algorithm will be like, oh, hey, Jenkins exists. And I'll be like, yeah, just barely. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in another video.